Hello, hello. This is going to be an interesting life. I had posted the other day about perspective, and then I was challenged with my own perspective again today. I feel like it just keeps happening, and I'm able to see the greater lesson, the bigger picture in it. And I'm eating chocolate ice cream for lunch because it's been one of those days. It's Rocky Road. But anyways, I have no couch. My dog just threw up before I decided to get on here. I was like cleaning everything up, getting things situated, trying to find the good in everything. It's raining and I don't have a migraine. I got rid of my couch and was clearing out the area because my couch broke, and just all of these other things that are frustrating. But I'm like, I remember praying for these types of problems. And these types of problems are not even really problems in comparison to what I've been through, in comparison to what I've already survived, and then looking outside of myself, what people are currently going through. And that transitioned my thinking into other people and being of service to others in what we do and how we show up and how we speak and how we breathe life into other people. And I'm sitting here frustrated with my day a little bit. Not a lot, just a little bit. Had a client no-show, had all of these things where I'm juggling, and my daughter got this video game, and like we had malfunctions because we had to switch TVs because one of the TVs that we had, it just finally decided to break. And it's just like, and I'm like, I just need to unplug, get some perspective. And then I'm like, this is why I do what I do in my Soulpreneur Life business, in my Soulpreneur Life group, in my Navon business, in all of these things that I'm a part of, that I weave in and out of, and I connect the dots for people. Because there are people right now praying for these types of problems. And my mentor, I have so much love for my Navon family. And one of my mentors last night, the CEO, he was talking about don't get stuck in your story, right? Don't lose sight of your purpose by replaying the part of your story that sucks and forgetting to move through it and instill hope in those around you. He said it better than I just said it, but anyways. And as I'm looking at the situation, and yeah, it could be better. Yeah, I have stuff on my dream board that's not manifested physically today. But I look at all of the things that have manifested, that I cried tearfully, ugly, sobbing, asking God to just take certain things away, to just fix this, to just give me an opportunity, to just help me see, just to, let me be, let me process, let me be a part of, whatever it was. And not only was I put in a position, and I feel so emotional, I'm getting chills as I'm saying this, because not only was I stripped away from everything that I had created in that first part of my adult life, but He's always provided for me. Even battling chronic illness and navigating the VA system and being a single mom after divorcing my ex-husband and learning how to adult as a civilian without the military telling me what to do, right? Without soldiers to take care of. Having an opportunity to cultivate and create and become. I remember, and it sounds so silly, but I am in a place right now where people are praying to be where I am right now with these types of problems. And I'm sometimes I catch myself so busy looking forward or so busy looking behind me that I forget to just be still and appreciate. So if I ever share a product, if I ever share a company, if I ever share a service that I provide, just know it's because somewhere along the way, I realized what I was lacking, where I was hurting, where I was lopsided, or I got support to help me through, or someone came in my life and taught me a lesson. And I just want to share that from the heart, from love, for someone else, to help someone else, because we are in this world where it's almost like an on and off switch. Like we're either completely heart driven or completely money driven, and people get hurt in between. And for me, I'm tired of being hurt. For me, I'm tired of seeing people be hurt. I just want to give people hope and let them see that if I can do it, my messy self, my messy life, my messy history, my unorthodox upbringing, if I can do it, then so can you. You don't have to have the experience. You don't have to have anything besides the will, the drive, the desire. You have to show up and do the work. You have to want it. But if I can do it, you can do it too. And looking back at, I'm almost about to be 2 years sober, and I was numbing. I was closed off. Like I had been stripped of who I was my entire adult life. That uniform that I was wearing, those titles that I was wearing of wife, sister, friend, best friend, warrior. I was the one people came to fight their fights when they didn't have enough energy. But then I never stopped to recognize that no one was fighting my fights for me, but I was learning all the lessons along the way while my armor was being chipped off and taken away, and I was freely giving the shirt off of my back, and I was a horrible person and toxic during one phase, so don't think I've always been this version of Kendra. I was incredibly toxic, especially in my early 20s. And I was so hard-headed, and I was a walking trauma response. But I grew through it to become this version, and this version is not complete, and this version is far from perfect, far from complete, far from any of that. But it's willing to learn. I am willing to learn. I'm willing to adapt. I'm willing to grow and connect and show up, if not for me on the days where I'm struggling, then for my daughter. And if not for her, then for the community that I've been building and that I've been so fortunate to be plugged into. Because I am an introvert. I'm an extrovert within my community. I'm an extrovert within my comfort. But I also need time to unplug and recharge. And I love that I'm finally finding people who understand that if I go code silent, if I go MIA, it's not because I hate you or there's something wrong or whatever, but sometimes I just need to recharge. And I'm a deep thinker, obviously, right? As I'm sitting here with no couch in my living room and beanbags and everything else and the madness, and I'm just thinking about how this correlates to you, to someone else, to the people that I am here to serve, to be of service to help, while still honoring and learning to honor my own boundaries, myself, and what it is that I am here to do. So we can't get stuck in a chapter of who we were, who we are. We have to keep moving forward. There are so many people who are in the hardest chapter of our lives in their own story right now, and we are supposed to show them that there is hope. There's another way, whether it's learning how to pay your bills, how to budget, how to bring in an income, how to cultivate community, how to just do something different, how to do something when people don't like you, how to do something when people talk about you, how to do something when people try to sabotage what it is you are creating. And to stand in your power and stand in your sovereignty and stand on what it is that you know you're here to do, even if it's not clear yet. But the belief on that feeling that there's more. So I'm going to eat my ice cream before it melts and before my next call. But I just wanted to get on here and share with you guys that everyone's going through something always, and I know you've heard me say that on my page a million times and the countless videos that I've shared. It all looks different for each of us, but just remember that someone else is going through your hardest time while you are continuing to go up. So the higher you elevate, the higher you grow, the more lessons you learn. You're still, you might be up here now and you might have a dip, but your dip isn't as low as it was when you were still down here learning the baseline, the fundamental type lessons. like I'm tripping out. Like, I remember praying for my daughter to be born healthy because I was high risk and she just turned 8. I remember praying for money in my bank account every time I swiped my card for groceries because I was married at 18 and we were young and dumb and didn't have money, and just praying like, oh my gosh, is my card gonna go through? Is my card gonna go through? And just praying as I'm like, there's a line forming behind me and I feel anxiety and sweat and everything else building up. Or even some of the stuff I did in the military, having to lead people who were older than me that didn't have nice things to say about me because of either my age or my gender, and they thought that that equated to my expertise. All of these things that we each spend time, these loops that we spend time in, it's always okay to stop it and step out of it. I think of that picture that circulated on Facebook for a while where it was like all of the matches, and it was like this row of matches were burned and then the one match went down, breaking the chain so the rest of them couldn't ignite, couldn't be lit on fire, right? You can do that at any given moment. And things, it's not saying that it will be easy, and it's not to put you in a position where you may feel like I'm trying to minimize what it is you're going through. But what I'm trying to just convey is that you hold the power to change it. And just because you hold the power to change it doesn't mean it's going to be easy, but it will be worth it. So talk to people. Talk to people who can help, who can support you, who are where you want to be, who are showing up the way you wish you could show up. You will be surprised at how many people, famous people, motivational speakers, and everything else, my dog's over here drinking water, started out feeling the way that we feel in the beginning as micro influencers, or someone just starting out trying to navigate their way through the crowd to find their light, to find their spark, to find their purpose, to be clear on it. As you find these tools that are buried inside of you, only in a place where you can find them, as you go through these trials, as you go through these tribulations and everything else, they are buried inside of you. As you turn inward and stop looking outward and stop looking for everyone else to fix your problems or someone to listen to you complain. Breathe life into what you want. Breathe life into what you want. The more we complain, the more we are pessimistic, the more we see, because our subconscious mind begins to look. That, what is it? Self-fulfilling prophecy. Our subconscious mind begins to look for markers that what we're saying, be it positive or negative, is right or wrong. If we say, I'm not allowed to be successful, and every time something, you get a hiccup or you get rejection, you shut down, that's like it's fueling it, it's gas on the fire. But if you say, this is a lesson because I'm learning how to accept rejection, because it's a tool, it's a stepping stone for when I get to where I'm going. When I get where I'm going, I won't collapse because I'll have these skills under my belt. So I just wanted to share that. I know it was a lot. My ice cream's like all melted now. Rocky road. But I have so much love for you guys, and I hope that someone got something valuable from this today. And I just want you to take a beat. Take a beat. Look at where you are. Appreciate it. Remember where you used to be. And then dream big. Dream huge. I remember me sharing that what if video where I was like, what if you were great? What if you were successful? What if you did believe in yourself? What if you did earn $1 million a day? What if, dream as big as you can imagine. Self-fulfilling prophecy. So what will line up for that? Who will come into your circle as you start thinking that way? How will your mood change? What will excite you to get out of bed? All right, you guys, I hope that you have a beautiful day, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.